Hello and welcome to the Portable Peace podcast. My name is Kate Hemingway and I'm here to let some transmissions flow through me. So just relax into whatever you're doing and let it flow through you. Grief in Chinese medicine is associated with metal, which is about removal. It's about like stripping away. And that's the power of grief, that's the health of grief, is when you're in that kind of state, you realize what really matters to you. And you get to strip down to the essentials. You get to strip down to the essentials and you get to get rid of everything else. And it just makes people totally reorient and totally rethink, okay, what really matters to me? And if you're really lucky, it wakes you up. It brings you to a place of being that consciousness, observing this intense pain. Observing this intense pain. And the way it peaks and hits, and the way it subdues and calms for a while, and the way it swells and hits you again. You are the one experiencing that. You are the consciousness experiencing that rhythm and those waves. And you touch truth. You feel inspired and you want to express. In that place, you have to have faith. You have to have faith that your mission in this life, your purpose in this life, is as mysterious and ever-changing as the ocean. That you don't have to nail it and get this and get that and do this and do that. No, you have to be the ocean. To radically accept, to trust that your real mission could never really be taken from you. It could never really be taken from you. Even if Instagram were to totally shut down, even if the face of everything around us were to change, everything you thought you knew got turned on its head, it would still be you. And therefore, you would still be that purpose and that mission, because all it really is you. Present, showing up, leaning in 100, 1,000%. This is what I am. You take that so fully and so completely as the ocean moves. And you realize nothing can touch that. Nothing. Because it just is. It just is. And it doesn't matter how drastically it falls apart. It doesn't matter how terrifying it gets. It doesn't matter if you lose these clients or you spend a bunch of money on this thing and then it doesn't matter. And you become intimate with your own death. Because you will be the one experiencing that as well. Just feeling the rhythm of that ocean, the way the waves hit, and then calm. So if everything were to fall apart tomorrow, everything that you've attached yourself or your mission to, the platforms you use, the money in the bank account, the best clients you've worked with, if it were to all be taken, what remains? What really matters? If you were to lose your hand, you'd still be you, right? That's the level of knowing yourself. Of knowing that your business is really just an outgrowth of that. And it's just as sacred to have so much stripped away as it is to expand and build. Feel your breath. From this level of stripping away, of being really in touch, discernment becomes a lot easier too, because you just realize how much of it is noise, how much of it just doesn't even really apply to you. And that's how we circle back to, like, who are you as a creator? What are you really speaking to? Because if you're really letting what wants to come through you, and you're just totally surrendered to that, you're speaking to this. You're speaking to this in people. You're speaking to their consciousness, to their presence, to their truth. You're speaking to that. You're not speaking to the chaotic waters above that are trying to get ahead, or trying to do this, or trying to do that, or trying to create this, or trying to, and I'm gonna do this for them, and I'm gonna do this for me, and I'm gonna do this. What is your body of work? Imagine like you're out in this open field. There's no Instagram, there's no nothing. But there's like, almost like, imagine it on like pieces of paper. Or like, old cassette tapes or something. Like, imagine that. Like, it's like a pile of your body of work out in this open field. And around you is timelessness. Nothing looks the same, nothing feels the same, nowhere to go, nothing to be. So much unknown, so much openness. And right here in this big open field is a pile of your body of work. Your voice, your videos, your writings, just sitting there in a pile. And I want you to imagine right now that you're walking up to that pile. Maybe just take a moment with that. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to like organize the papers and, stack the video cassette tapes and, I need to take a moment to lovingly be with this. Lovingly be with this pile, with this body of work. Kind of breathe with that. Maybe taking some of your writings and holding them, and just imagine the feel of the paper, of your words on the page, of the many hours of recorded stuff that you've said. This is your body of work. Does it speak to your soul? Is it an expression of your soul? Without any judgment, just really feel it. Because I know for me, and probably for a lot of you, some of it is, and then some of it's just stuff on the top. Some of it is. And that's okay, right? It's not that we have to, everything is perfectly aligned. No, but notice it, but just like be with it. Actually take a moment to be with it, with everything else stripped away in this big open field. And most of us, what it is it's a lot of noise and like unconsciously thinking we need to do this or do that or go here or do and then there's the nuggets, like the real nuggets of our soul, like buried in there. And so they're there and they're impacting people. But imagine how much more impactful if we stripped away all of the excess. If we could just, magically kind of extract, if we just let go and let so much of those extra words or extra writings or extra this, extra that, all this trying to get, oh yeah, that's when I was trying to make this thing happen. We just what if we just let it lovingly go, right? Without judgment, we're just letting it kind of fall away into the earth. Not trying to grab onto any of it, we just let it fall away, and then just that golden nugget, just that golden light permeating it at the center of it, that real expression coming from your presence, coming from your soul. If you just imagined holding that and lifting it up and allowing that to allowing it to spread. So this whole empty field begins to fill with that golden light, with that light of your soul's truth, of what you're really here to bring. And you breathe with that. And it naturally expands, it naturally contracts, it naturally moves, but its brightness is never really dulled. It's so potent. And you breathe with that. Yeah. Already, this is where the most aligned people are finding you. And you get them with the hugs, and you get them with the bridges and the problem solving, but when it's all stripped away, when it's just you in an empty field with your body of work, right here, this is the art. This is the expression. And I'll be so real with you. I don't know if that explodes your business. I don't know. I don't know what your definition of that is. Because maybe you lose all your money and it's like the most profound experience that wakes you up. Or maybe you also make multi-millions beyond what you ever thought because you were in this light and in this just whatever, like you weren't even expecting it. You were just here with that value, with that expression of who you are, just showing up for it completely, just surrendered to it and showing up for it with full responsibility, just being there. And then boom, like next thing you know, you're looking around and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know that it could get this big. Like I didn't even realize. I wasn't even trying to do that. I wasn't trying to get that. I wasn't trying to get these clients. I wasn't trying to make this thing happen. And I think where we falter is if living in that way is conditional. If it's like, yeah, I would have faith at that level if I knew it would work, if I knew it would be the second option, the like multi-millions that I wasn't expecting, like I'll take that, yes please, right? If we take it conditionally like that, then we're not really doing it. We're still trying to get those millions. We're still trying to get that outcome. So we're not in that vibration of like, what if you lost everything? The power of grief. What if you really, like, it was really stripped down? What if there was no platform for you to be on? What is your work? What is this expression coming through you? Because at that point you're doing it for the sake of it. Like, you're not doing it to get anything. You're doing it because it's there, because it's you in an empty field, and it's your light. And that kind of faith is like, how do you, and then I think what happens is we try to sell the faith, because we're like, and then if you surrender to this way, you're probably going to make millions of dollars. And it's like, yeah, it's probably true, but also it's like, it's not going to look the way you think. Like, there might also be a major dip. And that's why I struggle so much to talk about what I do, because I imagine that when somebody works with me, if I were to really surrender on this level that I preach about and that I know is important and that I'm always practicing, trying to practice in myself, right? This is the way I really want to work with people. But I struggle to talk about it because I'm like, I don't know that you're gonna stack your cash while we're working together. I don't know anything. It could be that we work together and you step into my field of resonance, which I can be a lot like moldavite. I don't know if you're familiar with the crystal moldavite, but it has this quality of sacred removal, of aligning you with your heart's path. It can be a little harsh. My energy is very aligned with moldavite. I work with the 13 ghost points, which are also just these sacred removers, these like stripping away of everything, right? It's like that field, and only leaving what's essential to you. So that's my medicine. That's my field. So if you step into that field and you feel called to that, I don't know what is going to be removed, because I do know that it's going to be in alignment. I do know that we can go to the depths together, that this can be truth, or it is truth. But I can't say to you, oh, well, now we're going to stack to like 10K, 20K months on repeat. I don't know. I can help you do that. I'm intelligent. I have access to a lot of strategy. I can show you how to make riverbeds. And even more importantly, I can get you attuned to your yang and yin energy in a really balanced way. I work with energy. I'm an acupuncturist. I'm an energy healer. I can ignite your extraordinary vessel channels, which are the, reservoirs of primordial yin and yang within you. And I can bring those into balance, so that you're creating from a place of structure and a place of flow. Yes, I can do all of that. But what is my body of work really? That level of faith, that level of surrender. So what if in a year together, the first 6 months are a total falling apart? It's not always, but like it could be. Right? I don't know what's going to happen. Something that totally rocks your world could occur. And so much of the old world and the old you and the old way of doing things often has to come apart first. And so we might be together witnessing that fall, while we align with your consciousness, while we align with your truth, always pointing you back to that, always pointing you back to your presence, to your power. And then, yeah, I don't think we're here to suffer, right? Like, you go back to that field, that empty field of you with your body at work. It is bright. It's powerful. You showing up for that fully and deciding, I'm going to show up for this fully, is valuable. So yeah, there will be value. I fully expect people to work with me and to make lots of money. But it might not always be in the way you expect. Or it might not always be, it's not like, okay, and now this is how we get from A to B. Yeah, we can play with that, but only from a place of truth, only from a place of resonance, only from a place of being fully connected to this. You in a field, empty field, just your light. What is that? Let's come back to that. What are you when the waves of grief, the waves of grief are hitting? What is that presence? Who is that leader? Not just stuffing things down so she can keep showing up, but like fully, radically showing up for the intensity of what's rocking you. Yeah. Wow. Wow. The medicine that we get together from that. There's medicine in the multi-million-dollar business, and there's also medicine in being so humbled by what the world is throwing at you that all you can do is be in presence, be that consciousness, be in awe. That's the work I'm interested in. That's the work I do with people. It's not actually results focused. That's why I think I get so caught up when people are like, if you're gonna sell high ticket, then you have to have really specific deliverables. And I'm like, how would you quantify it? If any of you listeners out there know how to frame what I just said in a specific deliverable, please let me know. But also, yeah, I mean, working together is, it's the kind of thing I know it's not for everyone. And I know there's just a few people who this type of medicine is meant for at that level. For us to really be there together for a year, really in a transformation container like that. Not everybody's going to want that right now. So I'm not here to sell like low ticket, huge, meh. I can't do that either. So I find myself often like, all right, I know this has got to be higher ticket because it's probably like 3 people that I would like really be able to dive in with at one time in this way. Specific deliverables. I just want to laugh. I'm like, yeah, then when I get caught up in that, I'm caught up in trying to I'm like, how do I get this person to see me or to understand what it is that I do? And it's like, I gotta go back to that field. I gotta go back to that. What am I here creating? I'm right here recording this for you now. This is what I'm here creating. This is what I'm here creating. This is the expression. This is the light. hope you enjoyed listening to that. Thank you for being here. And I just love recording so much. So a new episode will likely be out soon. All right. So much love to you. Bye.